Let's book it! Hey! Today we're going to be talking about The Fallback Plan by Leigh Stein. Here we go with the Goodreads book description. Just graduated from college, Esther Kohler's postgraduate plans include returning to her parents' house, taking old prescription tranquilizers, hanging out with Jack, her unrequited high school crush, and rereading her favorite children's books. But Esther's parents decide she should do something, anything, while mulling her future. So they volunteer her to work as a nanny for their neighbors, the Browns. It's a tricky assignment. 6 months earlier, the Browns' youngest child had died. Still, as Esther finds herself falling in love with their surviving daughter, May, she's impressed by how well they seem to be coping. And as Esther and her old high school flame resume a confusing relationship, she finds it easier to escape to the Browns' house. Soon, though, she finds herself assuming the role of mother to May, confidant to May's mother, Amy, and partner in crime to Amy's husband, Nate. And when these conflicting alliances inevitably collide, Esther is forced to create her own definition of who she really is. Both witty and heartbreaking, The Fallback Plan is a beautifully written and moving story of what we must leave behind and what we manage to hold on to as we navigate the treacherous terrain between youth and adulthood. Run! Cha! Reviewed! Cha! So this book, I thought was really awesome. I was really interested in the relatability to the main character's situation, just graduating from college and being kind of thrust into the real world and not knowing what to do, so she reverts back into a childhood state. She's living in her childhood bedroom. She reads a lot of the books that she liked as a child, which was on that same kind of pattern of reversion back to her life before she had to make this big decision. Another thing I really liked about this book is that it's a very subdued plotline, and everything that happens is not over dramatized words. Everything that happens is very low key, but it's still really important. And I feel like that's really true to real life. And so I really liked that aspect of it. It's a pretty short book. It's about 200 pages. So I read it in like 2 different sittings. But yes, it was very funny. I laughed out loud at a lot of parts. I also cried, which, that happens. And it just seemed like something that I would read in a literature class and analyze and think about, and it really left me thinking about things after I was finished reading it, which is kind of the mark of a really good book, in my opinion. It's not necessarily how enthralled I was, but how it makes me think about the world around me after I finish reading it, and even years later. So, The Fallback Plan by Leigh Stein. I give it a 4 out of 5. That's the back. I really like the cover design as well. It made me pick it up in a used bookstore and buy it for just the cover. I thought was nice, so kudos to whoever designed it. It's probably in here somewhere. It's a fairly recent book, so it's pretty modern. It came out in 2012, I believe. And yep, Leigh Stein is pretty young as well. So it's hip, it's cool. Check it out if you want a good beach read. Also follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and soon to be a Twitter, and soon to be an Instagram. I don't know. We'll find out. Whatever. Okay, see you next week when we talk about The Secret Life of Bees. Bye.